Hi tubers and tubettes. Hey, if you don't know who I am, I'm Dave Dixon. I live in California, and I have been going on a weight loss program. I'm only 12 days into it, but I wanted to give you guys some idea how it's going. I hope if you have a weight loss program, you know, things are going good for you. You just got to stick to it. You got to be like just really focused on it. I know I was at a dinner party recently, and I have some friends, and they're not into dieting at all. In fact, they're just having a good time eating whatever they want. But you know, during the dinner, which I was eating just chicken at his dinner, no salad, anything. I was trying to stay keto, and he was bringing out a big tube of Oreo cookies. And he's like, Dave, do you want an Oreo cookie? I said, yeah, I really do. But that's the food of the devil. That's what I told him. And that's what I tell my wife when she tries to get me sweets, because she's very good about grabbing me something, you know, and I'm like, I can't eat this. Have you lost your cotton picker? I go, I cannot eat that. You know, that is the food of the devil. And that's kind of how I frame it in my mind, so that there's no way I'm eating it, you know, and I didn't. And so here we are 12 days later. One of my biggest successes is to keep up the walking. So I started out with high intensity interval training, where I walk for 2 minutes, run for 30 seconds, walk for 2 minutes, run like hell for 30 seconds, and I do that for 15 minutes. That has really helped me, because I get so winded, you know, during that running part. And that's about how far I could run, 30 seconds. So now what I'm doing is, and I'm also doing 10,000 steps. I've been doing really good. I think my average over the last 12 days has been 12,000 steps. So even right now, I'm probably, anything I do walking around at this customer's house will be additional steps for me, because I kind of already did my treadmill this morning, and I did intermittent training. I mean high intensity interval training. I did that for I think about 25 minutes. So I was at I'm going to say 8,600 steps. So it's easy to pick up a bunch of them when you're walking around in a backyard. And then so the diet is good, the steps are good. I lost 5 pounds almost immediately, like within 3 days, and then nothing, and then nothing was bad, okay, but what's even worse than bad is when your weight goes up. It went up another pound. I mean, this is all only in the last I'm going to say 8 to 9 days. So I think it's actually, oh no, it must be 12 days. So then it went up by a pound. So we started at 220, got down to 215, stayed there for multiple days, even though I was doing a lot of exercise and really restricting my diet. So some people were saying, "Oh, that's got to be water retention, Dave. You know, that's the water that you're dehydrated. You know, you're going to the bathroom all the time." But I said, I don't know, because I'm drinking like crazy. You know, I think that's a good part of weight loss, to keep your stomach feel like it's full. Oh, the other thing I'm doing too at the same time is intermittent fasting. So I really just eat between 12 and 6, no later than 6. So as soon as 12 rolls around, I'll have my breakfast, usually 3 eggs. And then I'll have a little bit of a lunch, maybe at 3. And then, you know, before 6 o'clock, that will be my last meal. So that means that I have to go from 6 o'clock all the way around to 12 o'clock noon again. And that's going to be 12 and 6, so 18 hours. So I'm doing that in addition to all this other stuff. And I'm really not cheating on my diet, so that's really good. So now, after doing that, going down to 5 pounds for a few days, then going up to 6 pounds, I was like, what the heck is going on? And then today I weighed myself, and I was at 214. So that means I'm a good 7 pounds down. And my goal is to hit 220 by my birthday. So I don't know exactly what it is, but I would say I have about 48 days to go. So I think it's possible to do it. Now, some of the things that have happened that have been surprising for me is my glucose. because I check it every morning. I'm a type 2 diabetic, and I haven't been taking Ozempic because I'm banned from it, and I'll have a video on that later. So I'm taking metformin in the morning, metformin at night, 500 milligrams, and yet my glucose levels, even though I'm not taking Ozempic, had been dropping because I'm cutting mostly sugar and carbs out of my diet. And so I got as low as 75, which, I mean, I'm never like below 100. So 75 was really low. And then this morning when I checked it, it was at 91. You know, so that's all really, really good. And I'm hoping that if I can get it back down to like that 75, then I'll cut out one of the 500 milligrams of metformin. And then the second thing that happened, which is kind of stunning, but I think that it makes sense, is that I take an injection for arthritis. And I can't remember the name of it, but it's something I self-inject myself, and I do it every Saturday. So it's a weekly thing. I have to have it weekly. I have tried not to take it and delay taking it, but I'll start to get some really serious pains. If I have a pain sometimes in my shoulder, it feels like someone shot me. It feels like the bullet hole is right there, and that's where the pain is at. Most of the time I'll get it in my hands, which I need my hands, you know, to draw. Sometimes I get it in my ankles. So I would say mostly my extremities. So what's been really good, and I heard that this might happen, is once I get on an exercise program and I cut out the sugars and I cut out the carbs, I haven't taken my medication. Now, it could be a placebo effect, you know, where I'm just thinking that it's going to do this, but I don't think so. I think I might be turning a corner on that. So I haven't even had to take any Tylenol, which I usually used to take Tylenol like every morning and every night, in addition to that Rivalti, you know, the injection. So I think sugar is the problem, you know, because I'm a diabetic type 2, and I think that it leads into these other things like the rheumatoid arthritis. So it may be a placebo effect, but I'll keep you posted on it. So far I haven't taken any injections, and I haven't felt like I need it. But if I do get a flare-up or something, then I will, you know, be forced to take it. I probably will take the Tylenol first, and then I'll take an injection if I have to. So this is something that I thought I'm going to have to live with this the rest of my life, with these injections, and I don't really want to do that. But it's been a side benefit. I didn't expect it to affect my arthritis as much, but this weight loss program, you know, and I think all the exercise. Now, the only place that I'm really hurting is the bottom of my feet from all the running, and I change out my tennis shoes every day, different tennis shoes, so that's supposed to help. But you know, I'm putting a lot of pressure on my feet by going 10,000 steps, which is about 5 miles. And yesterday, just because I was into the bicycling thing on my recumbent, I ended up with 19,000 steps yesterday. So yeah, it makes your feet hurt, you know, that thing, but I'm not feeling the arthritis pain that I generally feel. So I'm very happy with what's happening to me. The results are really good, and I am going to continue to do it. My goal is to get down to under 200 pounds, you know, by my birthday, and that's what I'm really trying to get down to. So I'm thinking a lot of people are doing the weight loss program, you know, because it's the new year, and unfortunately a lot of times, and people end up fizzling out of it by the time they get to the end of January. Same thing with gyms, you know. In fact, my son and my daughter-in-law, they got a gym membership. They just got one, and I was thinking, I wonder if they're going to use it, because everybody really wants to get in shape. And I think sometimes the gym membership, because you're paying money, you think, well, that's going to make me get in shape. But believe me, there's many times where I pay for my gym membership, but there's times that I don't go, you know, for a whole month. maybe a couple of months, depends on how busy I am. But I am going back to the gym now. It's really nice to be working inside. I do the treadmill, and I did the weights a few days, day before yesterday, and I'll be doing the weights tomorrow. So every other day. So the gym memberships are good, but like I told my son before he got it, I said, why don't you just try to walk every day for 30 days? And if you can do it for 30 days, then maybe it's worth it to get the gym membership. This is kind of like my advice when I give it to other people and they just totally ignore it. They went ahead and got the gym membership, and we'll see. I mean, it's not that I hope that they do use it, but human nature is that, well, we don't use it. Even if we have to pay money for it, you know, it makes us feel in some way that we're doing something about it. You know, we got a gym membership, but we're actually not going. And then a lot of times when I go to the gym, I'll see all the newbies coming in. You know, people I can tell have never been in a gym, or you know, they're coming back. You can see they're very heavy or whatever, but they're over there trying to work out. And a lot of times I'll see them working with weights, doing some crazy stuff, and I want to walk over and say, what the hell are you doing? But I don't have that kind of personality. I mean, I have that kind of thoughts in my head, but I could never say that to somebody. But yesterday a guy was bench pressing, and I'm always looking at safety. I'm like really into safety. And I noticed that he took a dumbbell, and he was laying on his back on a bench press, and he took the dumbbell and he put it between his feet, so that one part of the dumbbell was below his feet, one part was above his feet, and then he laid back down and he lifted his legs up over his hips. And I was thinking, oh my God, if that falls out of your 2 feet holding it together, it's going to fall right into your face. And he was holding onto the bench, so he didn't have, he wouldn't have been protecting his face. That's not the right way to use weights. But I got another newbie. That guy was an older guy, so they're really hard to tell him anything. So I don't say anything to them. So anyway, I want to let you know how the weight loss program is going. I hope your guys' weight loss program and getting healthy is going good too. So please let me know how it's going for you, and let's try to do this together. We'll keep each other motivated. Thank you much, and have a great day.